But right now, though, let's talk about something. These stories, they really bother me. New Look, the high street chain, has been accused of sexualising children by selling padded bikinis for girls aged as young as 9 years old. The two-piece swimsuits are in their children's 9 to 15 age department in a range of bright colours. The bikinis features bras with moulded triangle cups. The matching skimpy bottoms are secured only by ties on the side, and they are padded bras. Now, why on earth would a 9-year-old need a padded bra? Well, the campaign group Object has contacted New Look directly and demanded the bikinis are pulled from sale. Chair of Object is Janice Williams. Good morning to you, Janice.
Good morning.
Now, your organisation, it's a women's rights organisation, but you're also commenting on parenting issues and particularly sexualisation of young girls. I had this when I was buying swimwear for my daughter when she was much younger, and finding these sort of bikinis even sort of for babies, for 2-year-olds, just in a very, just weirdly, creepily inappropriate. The terrible thing I find is that there are mums who buy this stuff for their kids. So clearly there's a market for it. Otherwise, New Look wouldn't be selling them. But you're saying that they shouldn't be selling them. Even if someone does want to buy them, you shouldn't have padded bras for 9-year-olds.
Well, there's two things, isn't there? There's the padded and there's the bras. I guess if you're going to wear go somewhere where you need to get wet and swim, personally, what's wrong with a one-piece swimming costume? They'll be nice and cool. They'll be in and out of the water. I can't see the need for a bikini. We all know that if you've got a bikini with a tie at the side, some joker's going to pull the thing and you're going to be embarrassed and they're going to think it's funny. Yeah. I do think if you are fortunate enough to have breasts at the age of 9, and I think I probably did, you really don't want to draw attention to them. You really don't. We shouldn't be making children into sexualised beings before their own personal hormones are ready for them to be sexual.
There's only one point of having padding on a bra. There is only one point. It's to make your boobs look bigger.
Your boobs look bigger.
Why?
Actually, your boobs are fine as they are.
Yes.
And you have to link this issue, unfortunately, to two big issues in society at the moment, to porn, where most boys are getting their sex ed, where big-breasted women are pretty much the norm. And a lot of boys are going to see that pair of breasts and they're going to be programmed to act sexually, and they're going to. And it's going to be very, very difficult for a 9-year-old who isn't herself feeling sexual yet to know how to respond.
Yeah, and indeed, and we know, lots of young girls, we know, as you say, going through puberty a lot younger. It's very funny because we didn't allow our daughter to wear a bikini until she was 12 years old. I don't know, we just had you sort of practical, as you say, one-piece suit. And then we were on holiday in places like the Caribbean and the Mediterranean, where it is completely routine for little girls to wear, just a bikini bottom, and all very relaxed. And it's all just about being out and fresh but weirdly unsexualized, not in the same way that a lot of the products that are sold to our children are sexualized. And it's a very difficult balance. I've actually a couple of times I've actually grabbed department store managers and said, right, walk around with me. Let's find something that you think would be an appropriate thing for an 8-year-old to wear.
Yeah.
That hasn't got sort of, sexy written on it in Diamante or things like that. And it's amazing how much this stuff is prevalent. But it's also amazing how many mums, and it is mums, not dads, how many mums will buy this stuff for their kids.
I think we're in such a porn-saturated culture that people don't realise that's what they're operating in.
It's just a bit of fun. It's a pretty bikini.
Yeah, it's just a bikini. I don't think I ever bought my daughter one. I think she bought herself one in the end. But the other issue we have to link this to, and it's a very, very big issue, is the changing gender issue. Because so many girls now are being made uncomfortable in their own female bodies that they're believing these myths that we can change them into boys, and they're going for hormone treatment, puberty blockers if they can get them. Thank God the government has said not under 16. And they're looking to change their bodies via drugs and surgery into something that they can never be. A girl can never be a boy, and a boy can never be a girl, unfortunately.
Yeah. I hate to tell you, but the trans activists will not be after you for that.
I know they will. I know they're after me all the time. I'm used to them. I sort of quite like the trans activists, really, because if they hadn't drawn so much attention to this issue, it would still be rumbling on in the background. But as it is, the government's taken it up, and we're having some very, very sensible statements coming out. But I know you're talking about bikinis, but little things are big things, and this is one of those little things that is a big thing. We need to protect our daughters from being sexualised. When they're older, when they feel sexual, then, we're not sexual prudes, then they can be sexual. I remember saying to my daughter the first time she went out dressed as a hoe to a Vickers and Hose party, I said, darling, wear what you like, of course. You're an adult. But if you only project the sexual side of yourself, that is all anyone will see. There's a lot more to you than that. And she did tone it down after that.
Yeah,
But
and
that was
exactly.
her
And
choice.
all you can do at that, and then when they're teenagers, later on, that's all you can do is give the advice. But yeah, when they're 9, yeah, it's kind of up to us. My child doesn't have anything in a wardrobe at the age of 9 that I didn't buy, and yeah, I'm not a fan of these retailers selling this stuff. I think it is a very slippery slope. I agree with you all the way on this. Janice Williams, Chair of Object. Thank you very much indeed.